Oh my god, I just like I just finished like the spoilers, I'm not gonna lie. Like the bit that they translated like at the end for Gajeel, that actually really got to me a lot. I was like, holy shit, like that actually was really like fucking emotional, and I like either or, whatever happens to Gajeel, like that moment right there for his character was fucking beautiful. And like I think, yeah, regardless, just seeing that page, and I think a lot of people are like probably in tears as I am, like the fairy tale fans seeing that, it's like we don't give a fuck, like regardless of what, if like Gajeel's coming out of this alive or not. But that's some emotion. Now, like I said many times before, this is a spoiler video, so if you don't want to be spoiled, there you go, goodbye, go like that. We're gonna be going into it with two of us forever and always. Let's go and begin this spoilers right now, and we're gonna go into the stuff that, well, means the most, I feel like, to the chapter, and that is the Gajeel and Levy stuff that's going into it. And from what we can see from like this actual spoilers itself, we can get to see Gajeel crying like as he's getting pulled in. And I've actually got the translation, because this time I normally wait and see what the translations are, but this time I just went through them, and like we get to see Gajeel cry, and I'm gonna tell you everything of these translations once we've looked at like all the pictures and all that, which you see Gajeel crying and Levy trying to go after him, and Panther Lily like holding her back so she don't try and like jump in after her, and she's just fucking tearing up, screaming, just don't go, don't leave me, like that. And seeing like Gajeel like right there in the third picture disappear, you just see nothing but his face after that. Fucking Panther Lily, man, how much does that hurt? And how much like probably I had to like, Panther Lily's never really had a moment at all, apart from like when he first came into this, like into the fucking roster. The amount of manliness and respect that he had to do then to just even just say like, I have to do this, I have to protect your girl, I'm gonna do that. And it's just like, I'm pretty sure at that point like Gajeel's just like, yo, thanks man, let's just thanks, like that. And it's the next part that really got to me. But I'm just going to read you off like the actual stuff of the whole bit with that, and then I'm going to go to the actual part that's like someone translated, and that made me cry. Gajeel is saying to her, I've always wanted the two of us to be together. Losing one's future is kind of a scary thing, huh? I never thought that would happen. Like, Levy's just going, Gajeel, no, like, though, and just Gajeel is like, I give my future to you, and just Levy's just going, no, don't say this stuff. Like, Gajeel, I've lived up every minute of mine, like that. Levy, just don't go, don't leave me alone. I just like, it doesn't translate the bit with like Panther Lily, like at the end, but I'm pretty sure like what he says is like, yo man, I'll be seeing you guys around, thanks a lot, like I respect that. And here's the bit that fucking got me, that someone like translated that bit, and this is the part that made me cry. And it's like Gajeel just like saying to himself, a future. Because of you I started thinking of stuff I never imagined I'll think of. Happiness, family. And you just see him like just there, like just chilling with Levy, just enjoying himself, having a nice time, like her smiling, and then them there with Lily, like with two children, like, you know, a little boy and a little girl, and they're happy. That got to me really badly, because regardless of whatever you fucking are, like whatever situation that any guy is in, any girl, regardless of what the fuck you're into, those are some of the things that you want at the end of the day. Like, regardless of what, every human being in the world wants happiness in their life. That's what they want. And like a majority of people like Gajeel, it kind of relates to me as well. It's something that, you know, I've always dreamed of. I've always wanted, you know, like a family like that, just happy, just enjoyable. It's like being with someone like that. It's just like, I never expected to be this happy. Like that is something I can relate to a lot. Like I was like, and that's why that hit me fucking hard. That's where I was just done. I was in fucking tears. Like, people say like, it's a fucking shit writer. Like, fuck out of here. Fuck, like, if you don't like fucking fairy tale, don't fucking read it, you dumbasses. Like, but even still, oh, everything he does is like, oh, it's like, oh, Gajeel's gonna come back anyway. And it's like, look, it doesn't matter if he fucking comes back. It's the fact that he has the gall to admit this stuff. and tell like, you know, the readers, it's like, and even like with Hero writing him, it's just like, look at the man. Look at him. He's a lot relatable to a lot of people out there, that at the end of the day, Gajeel, you know, he still retains what made him fucking awesome. Deep down, he knew that he was alone, and until he like really opened up to Levy, he was like, I finally got something. Like, you know, I've got my friend, like, Pantherly, and then I've got you know, my girl, like, someone I bet, like, you know, I cherish, and it's just like, that's right there, like, that's what got me really bad, and it's just like, that one picture was just, that was enough to, like, I don't care. That, like, I think regardless of what, that chapter's a fucking 10. Like, even without, like, having the full translations on it. Like, that bit, I'm really appreciated that whoever the guy that translated that, because that was fucking emotional. However, though, we must move on. Like, as much as I could just gush about that, we have to move on to the second part, and that is fucking Actologia, like, finally meeting face to face with Irene, and now that's the interesting part with that one, because we finally get to find out what exactly her, like, motions were, like, you know, like, after all of this stuff, and it's just like, Actologia is like, give me a little fun, won't you, like that, and just Irene's just like, oh, I'll give you plenty of fun. So we know that these guys are now about to face off, and I'm very curious to see what the fuck does Irene have planned. I think a lot of people think like, no way Actologia is getting, like, you know, no way he's losing this, and that's the curious thing about that, is like, I want to see if, like, Irene, how much actual damage can she do, like, can she actually, like, do something like of, like, Igneo level, like, take it an arm or some shit, or do, like, a whole legit, like, something. I feel like Irene can do some damage, but I think a lot of this could appreciate doing, but my god, that is fucking hype. And then the final stuff is actually a very shocking twist on that, which is what we get to see is Brandish actually stabbing fucking, like, August after everything. Like, just goes straight in and stabs the fucker. I was like, whoa. And like you say, people don't try to murder each other in Fairy Tail. That bitch just goes straight through a murder, straight through the shank, like that, and it's like, yeah, like, that was a bit fucking shocking just to see that, and like you can clearly see, like, you know, Natsu's like yelling at Messe, like, what the fuck, or how did this happen, like, you know, what's going on, we came here to negotiate, and it's just like, wow, that was something like that happened. And I think what it was is that Mess, like, gave her a knife, and what Brandish did was, like, actually make it smaller and smaller, and then she just fucking inflated it and just stabbed it right. So that's what I'm probably thinking it is, like, she, like, made it like that, and it's like, this is the only way to deal with it, and it's like, what was going to be peaceful negotiations, and you intimidating fucking Brandish. So if that's the case, that's very interesting on the fact that, like, a Fairy Tail member's doing some dirty, sly shit. Hell yeah, that'd be, like, I would love the fact that, I know it, like, probably ain't gonna happen, but I'd love the fact that it's like, yeah, Mess, fuck out of Fairy Tail. You ain't family no more. Family don't go behind the back and do some sly shit like that. But none of it fucking matters at all, because, like, you get to see that motherfucker transforming and this big massive, like how they, like, big massive tribal marks all over him like that, his hair and all that changing, he's, like, got massive, like, seemingly, like, he's got, like, completely, like, black skin now, like, it looks metallic almost, like, and for what we see, like, there, it's like, oh, so this is your way of doing things, and the text goes that the world's greatest magic user, Vietnam's gonna be a fucking big one, and also as well being called Universe 1. What the fuck does that mean? Like, I'm like, what? Are we gonna talk about the universe of Fairy Tail? Like, what the fuck is gonna happen in this year? And also as well, confirming as well, like, on the countdown stuff as well, it's still going down. However though, is that the last part of it? Because I don't know, because I think it actually is a countdown to 0, because that would make more sense if it ends on 490. Like, regardless of what, I think they couldn't show, like, even if they didn't show those, like, parts of it, it's like, I would have still, like, fucking said, oh, this is a 10 and all that with the whole Gajeel. Unless, like, at that point, like, during their, like, conversation, like, fucking, like, Brandish is tap dancing or some shit like that, or, like, you know, Natsu's decided to bench press on, like, Happy's nipples or anything like that, you know, then maybe that might be an exception. But no, like, that really got to me, though. Like, it's just, like, the whole August thing, Sammy's, that's like, oh my god, fucking Christ, like that, and him transforming and everything like that. I feel like that's just so inadequate to compare to, like, just crying at spoilers, like, of Gajeel. and honestly, it's fucking beautiful like that. It's honestly that got me like that, and just like best way I think I could describe the chapter is fucking lit. That's the only way I can describe it. All for me, everyone. So thank you very much for watching as always. I can't wait for Monday. I can't wait, like, because I know second I get back from work on Monday like that, like straight at 4, I'm going straight in, reading that chapter, and I'm probably going to be feeling like a bitch again. But that's all from me. So thank you much for watching as always. If you love fairy tales as much as I do, you know, hit that like, you know, hit that subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.